Brothers and sisters, do not be fooled by propaganda. Do not go to ISIS. The ethos of Islam is modesty or humility. You can't foster that in the battlefields. I should know, I've been to these places. When I was younger, living in East London, it didn't take very long to understand the terrible suffering of the Muslim people in Afghanistan. And you begin to see images of young children killed, maimed, tortured, burned to death. And I became so terribly distraught. It was like a door opening for me. A certain spark was set off. And here I was, stuck on the other side of the world, growing in frustration. I wanted to do something great and noble for the sake of Allah. I walked all around London trying to work out what to do. And by the time I got home, it was resolved. I knew I had to go and fight. I boarded the plane to Pakistan. I had actually forgotten about my wife and children. I got into Pakistan in Peshawar, and very soon, within a week, I made it across the border with them. I was sent to the front lines. I saw a lot of death and destruction. You see body parts of children and other combatants in the trees being blown apart by your own brothers. We sank down to a level of depravity, of infighting. Innocent blood that we came to defend was the very same innocent blood we shed in the name of Allah and His Prophet, peace be on him. The reality had moved so far from the ideal with which I had joined. It was essentially Muslims fighting Muslims. I can see that the situation with ISIS is far worse and more perverse. Nowhere in the Qur'an and the Sunnah do we find examples of the utter barbarity and the cruelty and the violence that is being perpetrated by ISIS justified. They dehumanize others. They make beasts out of people and treat them worse than animals. They are prolonging the suffering of the local Muslims and other people. They do not consider all people to be deserving of kindness. Jihad, which is all about struggling to purify the soul and the heart, has now been turned into bloodshed, killing and carnage. It is not jihad to increase the suffering of other Muslims, to leave your parents to grieve over you, to turn away from the gifts of Allah. You begin to forget your own humanity. You begin to normalize suffering of human beings. You forget just how much you are pawns on a checkerboard of a game that the world is playing. You forget your duties at home. You forget the ample opportunities Allah grants you to have your soul cleansed. You undermine the noble teachings of the Prophet, peace be on him. Did you free an inch of land? Did you wipe away a tear? In the end, it becomes all about vengeance and revenge. I will never repeat this again. I'll never repeat these mistakes. I don't disown my past. I want to tell you what I know to be good from experience. Don't go to a dark place. Remember, you are a worthy, honorable person with intellect and intelligence.